Just kidding, here's the real story. Exodus Part 1. Hi, my name is Moses, and I am very Moses. 10 hours later. A bit later. Look what I found! Can we adopt him, please? Oh, sure. I'm your daddy now, okay? Okay. 10 years later. Whoops. 10 plus 10 years later. Move it! I'm trying as hard as I can. As hard as I can isn't enough. 'Cause I'm gonna whip your... Ah! What have I done? All the way in Mount Sinai. Actually, nope. To be continued. Exodus Part 2. All the way in Mount Sinai. This my well. If you touch, I cut you. I promise to save the day. You should meet our daddy. Okay. 10 hours later. Alright, kids, we have a special guest. Blah, blah, blah. 10 years later. 1 year later. Happy wedding. 2 months later. What the? Tell Pharaoh to let my people go. I'm scared. I will be with you. To be continued. Exodus Part 3. Hey, it's Moses, my bro. Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Who sent you? I am has sent me. This I am is your God? Yes. Behold, the power of God. Pop. I will not let your people go. The next day. Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. I said no. The next day. 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 Will you just stop? To be continued. Exodus Part 4. The next day. The next day.
What worse did he do than killing my son? Just go!
The next day. Time to get out of Egypt. The next day. What do we do? By the power of God. The next day. The end. The end. Really? Here is the map now. And then smart dude in China goes, we can make a religion out of that. And then someone in India was doing the same thing, and we could make a religion out of that. But then there was this guy who came, and he saved everyone, and then everyone was like, we can make a religion out of this. But at the same time, this guy in Rome was like, I have a good idea. Let's eat the Mediterranean Sea! And a bit later, there was another guy who was doing the we can make a religion out of this. And then Rome went boom! And there was a guy in Mongolia named Genghis Khan, and he was like, let's take over the world! And then it went bye-bye. West Rome also went bye-bye. Eat time. Oh, messing with France. Crusade time. Muslim bye-bye. Now it's time for the Dark Ages, where knights in shining armor ride in on his noble ostrich and defeat intergalactic stealing machines. Everyone turned smart again and built some new guns. And another guy was like, I'm going on a trip in my favorite rocket ship. Oh, we're in India. And thus began the race to the new world. Ready, set, go. And everyone was like, we gotta do something with these guns. So they started World War I. Here are your teams. But now they make the guns bigger and put them on carts. Now Germany's angry and he wants to take over the world, and Japan also wants to take over the world, so they try to take over the world, and Italy also wants to take over the world, but it can't take over the world. So they started World War II. Boom! And now everyone's done fighting. Oops, forgot about the Cold War. And then we went to space. And then there were 2 towers and 2 planes smashed into them. And now it's 2018, which is already coming to an end. So Merry Christino and Happy New Year. The end. Just kidding. The end. Really?